Let's remain in the Ashanti Region. The residents of Bonwire in the Newsroom municipality of the region are facing significant hardship as the Electricity Company of Ghana disconnected power in the area following a dispute over electricity bills. The prolonged disconnection has severely impacted the community's hospitals, schools and local businesses, as well as prompting urgent calls for restoration of power. Citi News' Ashanti Regional correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim has more in this report.
Since Wednesday, 19th July 2023, Bonwire has been plunged into darkness due to the power disconnection imposed by the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. The disconnection stemmed from a disagreement between residents and ECG officials over the accuracy of their electricity bills. Residents have voiced their grievances, claiming that they have been receiving exorbitant electricity bills that do not align with their actual power consumption in recent months. In response, they have collectively decided to withhold payment until these billing challenges are resolved. The community is now urging relevant authorities and the ECG to expedite the restoration of power, as its absence has had dire consequences for essential services. The local hospital, schools, shops and weaving centers have all been severely affected by the power outage. An opinion leader in the community, Robert Kujo, tells Citi News that this connection has had a detrimental impact on their daily lives.
Last month, they brought a bill in which no one can understand that bill that they brought. It's very huge. Let's assume I'm paying 150 cedis a month. All of a sudden, they brought 1,500. How can I pay such a huge bill? For a month. Some are paying 5,000 for a month, even 8,000 and above. That has become our problem, and we can't understand this. So we invited them to come here for us to sit down, and then they should give us an explanation or the reason why we are supposed to pay that huge bill. Well, we were hoping that they will come and sit, or they will come and settle their problem with us. But for all we know, they came here in numbers, but they couldn't understand our view. So it became a rout. Our part, we were trying to tell them that the bill that they brought is very huge, so they should do something about it. And some of them were even saying that they cannot do anything about it. Then it brought misunderstanding, and then they went back. Since then the light went off till now.
Bonwire Senior High School, a vital educational institution in the community, has also suffered the consequences of the power disconnection. Operations requiring electricity have been severely hampered, affecting both students and staff. Saviour Community Hospital, which caters to the healthcare needs of the community, has been severely affected by the power cuts. Paul Oswajikum, the hospital's administrator, highlights the challenges faced by the facility due to the exorbitant bills received from ECG last month. He appeals to the authorities to intervene and resolve the billing anomalies promptly.
Currently, because you have moved from the folder system to the folderless, with this, we always need lighting so that it can power the system. But looking at the capacity of our generator is unable to power the system. So currently we are unable to use the system, which makes it very difficult for us to provide the kind of service that we intend to provide. So it has lowered, or we are unable to provide the quality healthcare that we intend to provide. Currently, if it happens that somebody has to be sent to the theater for surgery, we will not be able to do it, in the sense that our generator doesn't have the capacity to power the system. So if emergency of that situation happens currently, we will have to refer the person.
In response to the urgent situation, the Municipal Chief Executive for Ejiso, Samuel Oduofrempom, has taken steps to address the matter. He confirms engaging with ECG and relevant stakeholders to find strategies for resolving the dispute.
the complaint of the residents is that they are, they don't have prepaid meters. They've given them, I think, post-paid meters. Understand what they are giving them now, the estimated bills. And their complaint is that anytime the bills are brought and they go to FDRC, what they tell them is that once the bill has come, you go and pay. But when I met them today, the area manager said, even though he's not been there as a FDRC, but he's not sure any of the staff can see that. But at least 3 of the town folks mentioned that. So when they decided to go to the houses to go and collect the bills, the youth rushed on them and then said that they were not going to allow them to collect any bill from the town because the bills are too huge. So they were shouting for the fact that bring us meters before we pay the bills.
Samuel Oduro-Frempong also says he has made plea to the ECG to restore power to Bonwire and neighboring communities while they work collaboratively to find a lasting solution to the issue.
I have appealed to the regional manager to plead with the managing director of ECG to restore power to Bonwire whilst we take steps to resolve the issue amicably